Good morning. Today is the 17th of August and here we are at the British Motor Show at the Farnborough Exhibition Centre. We haven't actually been here since 2023. It was the last time we came. Kazoo apparently sponsored this event. They're back from the dead. I didn't realise that, but there we go. So what we'll be doing is we'll just be going into this section here briefly and then we'll go right down the far end, because most of you on this channel aren't really that bothered about seeing the brand new cars that are in this section. You'd much rather come and see some classic cars. So we'll go and look at those first, and then what we'll do is we'll come back, and if there's any of the new cars that are interesting to me, then we will film them. The supercars and things we won't be filming because I don't think most of you are that fussed about them actually on this channel, so that's not why you're here. So we won't sort of bother with those too much. We'll have a look at this first bit here, which we've got very nice Land Rover Series 1 88-inch wheelbase, AA plate, which is an old Southampton registration. This one is from 1957. Typical colour, of course, for a Series 1 Land Rover. Very nice. It's even got a fuel can with the 1957 date on it. Ooh, hello. Ford P100. Yes. This is a Ford P100 that was at the time based on the Sierra, but this one's got a jet engine in it from a 1966 Armstrong Siddeley Avro Shackleton. Yeah, Armstrong Siddeley jet engine from an Avro Shackleton. That's the right way around. There we go. There it is. I bet that's quite nippy, viewers. It's probably a bit more powerful than the old 2-litre Pinto that might have been in there originally. Of course, there's a bay window here. It's a very nice bay window, of course, sort of 74, 75 on an end with the Fuchs alloy wheels from the 911, because, of course, it is. Ooh. Yes, please, viewers. Is this a replica? Yeah, this is just a replica. It's an 87. Looks like this is one of the ones that was used for publicity or something like that. There we go. Professionally converted. There's so many of these around. If you watch the Night Ride Historians channel, which I sometimes do, it's quite confusing as to how many there are of these around, and they are the most painstaking people at tracing which car is used in which particular episode from very minor details. It's quite interesting in some ways, but there we go. It's a very nice replica. Very nice Series 2 Jaguar E-Type 1970. Beige leather interior as well. Is this Mustang actually the one from Gone in 60 Seconds, or is it just a replica of one? Oh, it's a tribute one. Okay, it's a very nice tribute. I don't know whether I prefer the original Gone in 60 Seconds from 1974 or the one with Nicolas Cage. It was about 2000, something like that. I don't know. There's a real charm about the sort of story behind the original Gone in 60 Seconds film, 74. With obviously H.B. Haliki, I think his name was. He was quite a crazy man. Ooh, General Lee. Is this a tribute? No, it's a car that was used for publicity for the 2005 Dukes of Hazzard film. I gather it wasn't very good, that film. I kind of like the original series, but it's sort of one of these ones that's been an acquired taste. It depends what you like. If you like Catherine Barth, and obviously it's the thing for you. Ooh, a DeLorean, very nice. So yeah, this is an 82. Judging by that plate, it's an 81. So we won't complain too much, viewers. And we've got a 1977 Pontiac Trans Am. Very good, viewers. Imagine this is the tribute one again. Got the appropriate hat on the end of the aerial there. Very good. I'm not going to sing the theme tune, viewers, so I'll get copyright strike for that, as well as the silly music in the background. Ooh, very nice. So, 1981 Ferrari Freeway GTSI, best known the Magnum PI. I think they had 4 different Ferraris at least in Magnum PI. Right, let's go over here, viewers. I imagine this is some kind of Bumblebee replica. Yeah, got the logo on the side. It's not bad. The fact is, it's not perfect. I quite like that, actually. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Let's not touch that, viewers. And then, presumably, this Dodge, just get right side, Charger from one of the Batman films, I think. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person to tell you about Batman films, viewers. So we went right through the main hall and out the other side, and you can drive, I think we'll have a passenger ride in various cars out here. I quite like this Ferrari F355, very nice views, and Rosso Corsa I think it is. The rest of the stuff in here is all sort of these modern supercars that I don't know anything about, so we'll go to the next section now, viewers, and maybe we'll find something like I can actually talk about, what I know about. That's more like it, viewers. The Corvette Club of Great Britain, excellent. 1959 Corvette C2, I think this is. That is very nice. Please don't touch this car unless you're completely new. Well, I'm not today, viewers. I'm not going to do that, so we won't touch it then. Very nice C6 Corvette. The only Corvette I've ever driven is a C7. Which I drove in 2024, I think it was, and it was very, very fast. It was a manual, 7-speed manual one I drove. Another one here from the 60s. I can't remember what the name of this colour is. Oh, it's the original invoice. Do we have a date on there that I can see? Oh, it's 66, okay, excellent. Very nice. Oh, I should just rev the plate. I've made it easy for myself, viewers. Let's read the plate on this one. This is extraordinary, isn't it? Look at this car. 70 to 71 on a J. And then this one I think is a C7. It's like the one I drove. It's all very familiar to me. They are ballistically fast, these things. They are insane. Only ever marketed in left-hand drive in this country until the C8 came out.
No carbon fibre.
I think this is a C4, this one. I get confused about these sorts of things. It's from the sort of mid-90s, about 95, 96. This one is a 1966 for collector, 1996 collector edition. Whatever that means, I'm not quite sure. For some reason that's on an R plate. It should be on like an N or a P if it was a 96, never mind. It's a 2004, because in America you get these little things they put in the windscreen of the car when you're actually looking at the showroom. They're quite useful actually. It even tells you how many miles per gallon you're not getting. This one looks very mean, this one particular one here. Oh, 48, whatever that means. I think I've seen this before, to be honest, yes. 78, this one, a pace car. Another one from this sort of era, a little bit newer. It's in 1982, another collector edition. I say so far, we've not been here very long, but the standard of cars in this sort of classic section, or owners club section, is very high. Ooh, 6-speed manual. 2001 to 2.
Lucy says the yellow is my favourite one, so she says the yellow.
Someone's got much more professional equipment than I have. I thought a surprise for you as you clicked on a video called Slightly Shambolic Shuffle. What exactly did you expect? 1964 Corvette. another one here. Yeah, is it better to have the coupe or the convertible Corvette? I don't know. A lot of them are manuals actually, which is quite reassuring to see. I think I can't remember if you can still buy a manual Corvette. Anyway, so we've got another C7 here. Extraordinary interior on this one. And this is the 7-speed manual, like the one I drove. Disconcerting actually being on the other side. You actually have a little performance data recorder in there as well. So I used to finish the performance data recorder in the review I did because it was brilliant, like having a built-in dash cam. So look at some Skyline GTRs and just GTRs as well. I've never driven a Skyline, but I have driven a GTR. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to film it, which is a shame because I enjoyed it very much here. So I was in 2023 on a track. R33, I think that one is. These are worth a lot of money now, these cars. R32. This one is a 1993. 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. Another R33. I like these information sheets because they're quite handy. 97. GTR V-Spec. Running 750 horsepower. I bet that is very, very quick, and of course we appreciate some rear wiper action. And then a lot of GTRs, like a lot of them. Each of them, I think, essentially had a hand-built engine, so the power output does vary, but having driven one, it was brilliant. It was one of the best cars in terms of just sticking to the track I've ever driven in my life. Really fast, really responsive, quite easy. It's a shame these aren't made anymore. They were made for a long, long time. I think it was about 15 years or something these GTRs were made for. Came out around 2008. This 21 plate one looks like it's a bit newer. But just astonishing level of engineering in something like this. I have a lot of respect for the GTR. Maybe one of these days I'll actually get to properly review it as opposed to drive around the track for about 10 minutes. But yeah, very, very good. Makes a good noise. As you can hear from that one on the track there, that's a Skyline GTR on the track there. And then we've got this what's this doing here? I mean, I'm not complaining or anything. It's just, I thought it was just the Skyline Owners Club, the GTR Drivers Club or something. Noble M12 GTO, excellent. Right. 4-second racing club. Does that mean 4 seconds to 60? Is that what it means? I don't know. And then we've got Chevy Camaro here. It's 2018. Why not? ZL1. How much is this? 650 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. I like this R34 GTR here. That's nice. Doesn't look too modified either. The wheels are a bit different. So there's this sort of air down, but that doesn't look too bad. It looks like it has a fresh coat of paint on it as well. That is a very nice looking car. And some more GTR action, of course. Of course, I respect these more modern GTRs, but I really like the R34s. I think they look fantastic. I don't know why. I really don't understand that. I don't understand, but I love look at these. They were about £50,000 when they were new in the sort of early 2000s, these R34s. It's a lot of money back in the day. Nismo edition. Is that the difference between a standard GTR and Nismo? I don't know, viewers. Someone comment down below can tell me. Another R33. So look at some Mustangs. A Mustang GT Celine S281. It looks very different from the standard one, doesn't it? This is the previous generation Mustang. The current one is just next to it, this Coyote one. Most of them in this country have the 5-litre V8. I don't think I've seen many of the current generation without this engine. I think you can get a 4-cylinder and you can get a 6-cylinder, but they tend to be this particular engine, tend to be this 5-litre V8 that someone's over here. 1966 Mustang, looking extremely nice. Which that car in the background is quite noisy, isn't it, viewers? But a 2001 Mustang, again, this doesn't look too bad. They probably criticised them a day for the looks and stuff, but I think these look alright. I don't know how much they are over here. I imagine in America they're a lot less money. They're not too expensive to get one of these anymore. That's a bullet edition, is it? Several bullet editions. Again, JJ said 1009. Limited edition 2008 Mustang. We do like Bullet Views. It is an extremely good film. I'm not talking about just the car chase, which that's great, but the film itself is actually really, really well made. Directed by a chap called Peter Yates, who used to work on Danger Man. So into your 60s British television. Oh dear, smoke everywhere. Crazy, crazy day, viewers. Another Bullet Special Edition. About 2020 or something. Mustang SVT. Sort of a beige velour interior in there.
Can I get in? I get in? Right, I'll get in and we'll do a little bit of drifting or something.
Then more current generation V8 Mustang action.
This is called filling in the business.
And a very nice yellow one.
We are now going to be assessing how close these drivers can get to the
B looks kind of... Does it look dead, or is it just resting? I don't know. I'm going to stay away anyway. I don't want to be stung. So we'll stay away, viewers. That's what we'll do. It's the best idea.
From Malta. If you've never been to Malta, this is your reason too. They all promoted by Visit.
And then we've got this convertible one. How much is a V8 Mustang these days to buy new? This one's an auto. I think you can get a manual. Can't remember now. So in the comment section below, tell me how much it is to buy a brand new V8 Mustang. Another Mustang here is in the GT40 area, I think this is called. GT40 probably replicas mostly. 68 Shelby Mustang Daytona. Evocation, the Terralinga Terra. Wow. I mean, that has had a lot of work put into it. Even got Carroll Shelby's signature on the dashboard there. Right, let's have a look at some GT40 replicas, shall we? Right, so I have to hold this thing because it's blowing in the wind. RCR Mark II. It says registered in 2012. That looks fantastic. The thing about these GT40 replicas is that the original cars are so unobtainable, you just don't see them, they're just locked up. And so seeing something that looks very much like the original car, I think is absolutely delightful. There we go. Southern GT40. This has even got a 66 plate on it, but it won't be original GT40, will it? It's just an evocation of one. But again, it looks amazing. It's in the correct livery as well. And there's Ultima GTR from 2014. That looks really quick, viewers. That looks really, really quick. Yes. Okay, it's a bit quieter in this section here. So start with some Citroens. There are a lot of classic car clubs here, but lots of classic Citroens. I'm not really the biggest expert on these, but I'll do my best. 7273, I think they called it Azul or something. I don't remember with these at all. It's before the Acadian anyway. The Acadian was based on the Diane, which is here. These were sort of meant to replace the 2CV, but they didn't because they were discontinued about 1983 and the 2CV continued until 1990. This is a 1978 car, I think. We'll look at that side. I should have looked at the information sheet before I started walking views. That would have been a better idea, wouldn't it? As opposed to the terrible commentary. It shows up my ignorance. It doesn't actually say. That's not very helpful, is it, viewers? Never mind. This is a very late one. This would have been, I think, was it Portugal they made these in right at the end? Sort of 80, 9, around that, and an F, maybe an 88. It's Dolly. And then we've got an H van from 1963. Showing these sort of ribbed panels. Unbelievably, these things were made until 1981, which I just can't believe. Introduced around the same time to 2CV, about 1948 I think it was. And here's a really old sort of ripple bonnet 2CV. Probably from the 50s, I imagine. Ceci n'est pas une voiture. C'est un art de vivre. It's actually not the translation of it, bottom it says this isn't a car, it's a way of living. 2008 Citroen C2 VTS. There's not actually that many of these left, I don't think. They are, you know, just becoming forgotten. The VTS, I don't think I've seen one of these before actually. The sort of semi-auto transmission on these was terrible though, stick to the manual. The CX, very early one actually this. Very nice. It's a 1976 Palace. Very, very nice. Luxury spec. Got the concave rear window. And the Citroen Elena or LNA. This was the car I think we saw at a festival of the Unexceptional. They were only sold over here for 2 years, the LNAs. They were sold 82 to 84. This is in 1982. Why Citroen thought they needed so many small cars on the market at this time, I really don't know, but they did. French registered CX here, probably have the same era as that green one. It's the Athena. It's probably got UK plates underneath there. And then a Banner. Excellent, a 24CT. They were a company that Citroen bought and they sort of used their capacity a bit but didn't keep both the production lines going. This is a, I didn't say exactly, maybe about 1965, something like that. Very nice looking car. You can see there's an influence on the facelifted DS that came in 66, can't you, or 67. Right, we're going to skip that one. We're going to have to continue because we don't talk about diesels on this channel. Anyway, a Citroen GS, not a GSA, GS at this stage. That's very nice for you as we appreciate such things. Serviced by Chevronics. It's a 78-79 OT. It's a Palace, which is a fancy one. We've got a lot of Citroens in here today. Obviously there's dealership cars and things. What on earth is this thing? So it's a Burton. This is based on 2CV chassis. It looks very different from 2CV, doesn't it? Very different. Speaking of the facelifted DS, here is one, a 73-74 model with the flush door handles. I drove a 64 one of these last year, which is a South African import. Saw it the other day actually. Just an incredible car. I mean, even when they were discontinued about 74, 75 I think it was, still absolutely futuristic looking. Little AMI 1 here, and then another Diane. This is a 1973. Extensive new parts due to neglect. I could do some extensive new parts due to neglect myself. Oh my gosh, AMI State. Wow, that's crazy. I like these views. Oh, this is an AMI Super. I've only got the 1000cc engine in it. No, it's just the AMI Wheat, which was 72-73. Discontinued about 78 in favour of the Visa, I think. And we've got CX20 with an information sheet, which I should read, shouldn't I? 1983. Four-door fastback. This, of course, is not a hatchback. Weird. Very nice. Another facelifted DS. This one's got the earlier door handles, sort of 70 to 71 on a J. This one's actually a right. Sorry, it's another left-hand drive. The right-hand drive ones are very rare in this country for some reason. I don't quite know why. It's a DS20 Palace from 1972. All sitting nicely on the suspension, which is how they're supposed to sit. Years ago, Ian Seabrook also did a video on the DS and showed how you drive them around. Basically, most of the panels missing. It's quite interesting, really, how it does that. DS21, about 1969 to 70 on an H. We're celebrating 70 years for DS. So just imagine when we went from this to this, or an earlier version, but this is a predecessor. This is a Traction Avant, and this was quite a revolutionary car. It was launched in 1934. Front-wheel drive and all kinds of other exciting things, and actually they were still selling them until I think 57. I think they finished production. These Traction Avant, some of them built in Slough. This is a right-hand drive, which is interesting. It's an SM. Now this is not actually a plate that reflects the edge of the car. It might say on the information sheet, but it might not know. Before 1981, when a car was imported personally to this country, the year it was imported just got put on the car. So the SM was made, I think, until 75, and that's a 79 to 80 plate. So that's just what happened. It was a bit confusing, but these days if you import a car and the plate that's appropriate for the year it gets put on it, in those days no. Look at these swivelling headlamps and things. Another very nice Traction. You can just hear the accordion music sort of walking around here. You know, insert your own accordion music into this particular Shambolic shuffle in 1956. Wow. It's quite a late one then. So after the DS came out. I love the old the stickers that French cars used to have on the front. Like it's not one from 1993 there. Love that kind of stuff. This is a 1938 Model 11 Berline Normale. Il n'y a rien de valeur là, c'est dans la voiture ou le coffre la nuit. I think we'll touch that then, viewers. Probably best not to. I like this information sheet, viewers. It's a 1956 Traction Avant. It's a big 15. Wonderful. So far we're doing alright, viewers. We seem to be actually in a good section of the motor show at the moment, free of noise and too many supercars. Next section. Some more Deux Chevaux here, viewers. It's a club model from the late 70s. This is the sort of type I'm most familiar with, I think. So 78, 79 and a T. And this one sort of 87, 88. Now that front grille has been changed for an earlier one. It should look a bit more like that one. I've never actually been offered one of these for review. I'm not really sure I want to drive one. They look a bit scary to drive, to be honest. They look frightening. We'll leave that to Ian Seabrook, who's had one for 25 years. We'll let him drive it, not me. That's what we'll do. Anyway, Dolly Special. Crazy gear change, of course. There is the 602cc engine, 86, 87 on a D, and then the Burton, about the same era actually, about sort of 87, 88 as well, on an E, and then a Méhari, right-hand drive one. I don't think I've ever seen a right-hand drive Méhari. I don't even if they've marketed them over here. Maybe they didn't. Maybe this is just imported from somewhere. And you have the tiniest little dash than you can imagine. That's very good, viewers. I like that. And then one of these vans. Looks an awful lot newer than most of them. It's an electric one, okay. It's got to be an 89 or later on that, so when we're very last. And then we've got a Visa. My gosh, I've not seen one of these in a very long time. Not one of this era. I've seen a very early one, but especially the International Concourse, but I've not seen one like this for a while. I like that view. It's pretty good. What specification is this? They were quite generous of putting a specification on the back. And we've got this weird kind of pod sprouty thing there, which is just extraordinary, isn't it? It's a Super E. There we go. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment below, and we shall see you again in the second part for some more incorrect information.